what we call spiral dynamics actually is.
Yes.
And that's why you mentioned Claire Graves, because we deal in equations. How should who lead whom to do what with which people living where? So rather than a leader is whatever you want to say it is, we first look at the life conditions, the nature of followers, and the objectives. And therefore, that generates a massive kind of integral strategy for understanding differences and being able practically to select the kinds of minds and people who can handle those conditions. Because I worked for years with the National Football League, I had a lot of experiences in hiring coaches and even assistant coaches. So that gave me some practical background. And then once I got into South Africa with the racial components and looked at the pre-modern, modern, postmodern, and now what we call integral flow functions as what comes after that, we can begin to show that there are billions of people on the planet Earth moving along that trajectory. Therefore, the conflicts that we're having here politically between the progressive and the fundamentalist is a value system conflict, both of which are right without the other one being wrong. But because we haven't developed enough integral understanding of that problem and that huge opportunity, we find ourselves once again endangered by alien forces, deep conflict that we seemingly both domestically, even here in Texas, as well as dealing with North Korea and that problem. We simply lack the skill bundles. And we've had some opportunities recently to speak at the United Nations. In fact, I encourage the Security Council and General Assembly to issue strong statements, in one sense questioning both North Korea and the United States, and said because we are who we are, our future, our grandchildren is wrapped up with what you do. And so we can't just sit back and not worry about that. And so and all the Security Council members issued very strong speeches. And I was proud of all of them for what they said, because the UN needs to come alive at this time. As long as they are the servants of nation states, they're handicapped. So I hope what will come out of this horrible kind of experience is a new value system. And we've tried to define it in our 7th and 8th level codes. Too many people first want to move quickly into world-centric, but often that's green on steroids.
Yes.
Because they haven't gone through the yellow system to defuse the isms and the egos and the empires and the holy orders that comprise those first 6 levels.
One of the things that I have found